You have a new .NET feature to add. You know it will take ages. Let's see if Claude Code can speed it up for you. In this project, we've got a number of controllers. Now, if your task is to migrate controllers over to minimal APIs, you imagine how long this would take. You'd have to go through each of the endpoints in each of the controllers and copy all the logic. And if you've got unit tests as well, you're going to have to update them, which is also going to take more time. What you can do though is you can open up Claude Code in your project and ask it to do the migration. So I've added this prompt which will migrate controllers to minimal APIs. You imagine how much time would be saved if it's able to do it. Look what happens next. Claude will ask you permission before it changes any of the code. This means that you're in full control as to what Claude can change. So we're going to select yes and stay tuned because I'll show you where these settings are stored later in the video. So the migration is done, but I'll be honest, it took nearly 15 minutes to complete. Claude had to scan the files and had to make assumptions as to how the project was structured. This might not be the way you actually write code. So in program.cs, it's added these 3 extension methods. If we go into one of them, it's added a method for all the mappings for the group. And then for the handlers, it's added them into methods. But we didn't actually specify to Claude that this is how we wanted it structured. Right now, the project has no CLAUDE.md file. So Claude has to scan files and make assumptions as to how the project is structured. But we're about to generate one, and stay tuned because we'll show you how much quicker it is when there is a Claude.md file. Companies are looking to AI to scale down their workforce. Don't let that be you. Hit the subscribe button as we're going to be doing many more tutorials on AI, and leave a comment as to what you want me to feature next. Let's generate a Claude.md file. To generate a Claude.md file, you run this prompt. Now this is the part where it gets interesting. Claude will scan your files and build an understanding of your project. From this point on, it will know what it's working with. Once again, Claude is asking for permissions, so you're in full control as to how much access that it has. Now all these settings are stored in the .claude folder, so you can make changes to these settings at any time. So the Claude.md file has been generated. It will add it into the root of your project, and it's added everything that it needs to know about the project. So whenever you make a change with Claude, it will read this file first. And the good thing is you're in full control. So if there's bits you need to add or to change, you can do that. Shortly, we're going to do the same experiment as we did earlier, where we migrated controllers to minimal APIs. Now in the Claude.md file, I've added some logic as to how I want the minimal API structured. And I encourage you to do this, so Claude structures the code in the way you want it. If you want to view this file and the project, you can download the code linked in the description. So the migration is complete, and if you remember earlier, it took nearly 15 minutes. Well, now it's only taken 8 minutes. Let's go into program.cs. So it's added the extension methods for each of the groups. So it's added an extension method for the mappings, but for the handlers, rather than putting it in a separate method, it's added it as a lambda statement. To add the endpoint handlers into separate methods, I've added this line into the Claude.md file, and I think this is something that you'll need to experiment with, so Claude structures the code in the way that you want it. So we're going to run this prompt to make that change. So it's made that change, but notice that everything seems to be on one line. As a result of that, I've made this change in the Claude.md file by adding an extra method, so hopefully Claude will have a better understanding as to how I want the endpoint structured. And this is the result. Still not perfect, but at least each endpoint handler is using type results. And this is what I wanted to get from the new example in the Claude.md file. And this is a reminder that you need to give AI as much detail as you can as to how you want the code structured to get the best possible results. Right, let's get into the setup. One script and you're ready to go. And yes, it works in Linux and Mac as well as Windows. And this is how you do it with macOS and Linux, but we're using Windows. And if you're wondering whether to use PowerShell or CMD, I don't think it really matters. We're going to use PowerShell. Now when you install it, if you get this message, you need to add the folder into the user path in your environment variables. So we go to path, we add a new one, and we just copy it in. Restart the terminal and it should work. At this point, I recommend that you change directory to the folder where your project is. To launch Claude, you just type Claude. It will go through some settings that you'll need to fill. You'll then need to log in with your account, or you can use API usage billing if you want. And once you're logged in, you can start using Claude in your project. But the question everyone has is, how much is this going to cost me? Well, let's have a look so there are no surprises. So these are the prices at time of recording, and everyone will at least need a Pro account. Now, if you're not sure which account you need to go for, if you're an individual developer and you haven't used Claude before, I would go with the Pro account. If you're going over the limits though, you can easily upgrade to the Max account. If you're a team or an enterprise, so you've got many developers working on it, then you've got a couple of different options there. So far, we've only been using Claude Code in the console, which is fine. But let's be honest, we don't want to be switching back and forth all day. Let's bring Claude Code into your IDE. At time of recording, Visual Studio doesn't have an official extension for Claude Code, but it does have this really good unofficial one. So we can install it by going into Visual Studio, we go to Extensions, Manage Extensions, we do a search for Claude Code, and then we install it. You'll then need to restart Visual Studio so it can install it. Once that's done, you go to View, Other Windows, and you should see the Claude Code extension. Add your prompt at the top, and you can use it like the console. So that's the Visual Studio extension. But if Visual Studio Code is your preferred editor, you haven't been forgotten. There's actually an official Claude Code extension for Visual Studio Code. And here's a screenshot of how it looks. So when you install the extension, you can run it alongside your project, making it easier to use. A lot of you are using AI to answer your .NET and C# questions, but you're getting frustrated that it's not giving you the answers that you want. Well, I've developed an AI tool that will help you with that, and you can view it at roundthecode.com/AI or via the link in the description. And if you want to see AI create a .NET project from scratch, watch this video next. I'll see you over there.